Yo, how about when Mace Windu was such a savage that he just murked Jango Fett, lopped this bull's head off right in front of his offspring like that? It's messed up.
It is messed up. But if Jango Fett was to die in any way, Mace Windu's a dude to die too. Let's be real.
What up, guys, and welcome to the Rise Up podcast. We know that if you're on this channel watching this right now, you're a homie, you're a Rise Up Squad fam member, so welcome to the podcast. Grant, you there?
Yeah, I said, or you're one of my coworkers who found out about this recently is going to try to use anything I say on here against me. So welcome to you as well.
That's kind of terrifying, dude.
One of my coworkers today heard about this, and they're like, she just sent me a Snapchat of her watching it. One of the older ones, making fun of my hair doing it.
The podcast or the video?
The podcast.
Oh, dude, that could be a nightmare situation.
It could be, but
that's why you got to start referring to stories you might tell as Hant Genry.
I got nothing to hide.
Hant Genny instead of Handler Chenry.
I've got nothing to hide. If they come at me for anything, I'll come back twice as hard. They ain't no bear.
Yo, I was thinking.
What were we thinking about?
This is my last day of spring break. Well, this is Thursday night, so tomorrow is my last day of spring break. We had the biggest nor'easter of like the past 10 years down here in Philadelphia where, oh wow, my face is bleeding.
Wait, really?
Yeah, my face is bleeding. That's awkward. Yo, you know what?
Are we going to keep rolling or we're going to go?
Yeah, we're going to keep rolling. You know what? Pause the weather talk. I'm going to take a quick segue here, right? Everyone has their insecurities, right?
Yep.
Everyone has their insecurities. I have mild to severe acne on my face depending on what time of year it is, right? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes I'll actually, like when we're recording for the main channel, I'll like wait a day to make a big zit go down before I film.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm not trying to get too corny with this. I'm not trying to get too corny. It's not the Rise Up segment yet. But I was actually thinking about it. I'm like, dang. If there are actually people who watch the channel who look up to us in a sense and see that I'm putting myself out there and making YouTube videos with acne, you know what I mean? That like it could make them care less about theirs because it looks like I mean, everyone who has acne cares about it, but you can't let it stop you from living life. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know, sideways. So you don't have to cut out that fact that my zit on my face was literally bleeding during the intro of the podcast.
I have to put a warning.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning. Blood.
But yeah, if you have acne, dude, it goes away eventually. I'm 22, but it's going away.
Yeah,
Grant,
I used to be
Grant
terrible.
had really bad acne, and it's pretty much gone on you.
Yeah,
it's gone on you. It's been gone on you for a while.
Like I'll get like mild, like small ones here and there, a little bit of redness, but like that's about it.
You can't let it stop you, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to control it. If someone judges you based on something that's superficial and surface level, you probably don't want to be around them anyway.
For sure.
But
anyway.
I was gonna say, like, so being a photographer.
We got What?
I was saying, like, part of my job is being a photographer, and like, I'll take pictures of people all the time, and it's like a thin line that I have to tread. Where it's like, if I see someone who just like got a nasty zit in their middle of their forehead, you know who I am if you're watching this. The person I'm referring to.
Are you subtweeting me?
No, not you. But like,
here's my yeah.
I was gonna say, like, sometimes I'll just like go and straight up ask someone, like, hey, do you want me to remove this? Because I know it's not always there. And my personal opinion is, if it's not always there, why should it be like ingrained in that picture forever? And so most of the times I'll remove it for them. But like not take it too far to where like just straight up airbrushing them, making they have perfect skin, like still leaving like some of those natural imperfections in quotations.
Right,
but,
right.
Like,
that's what there's an app called like Facetune, I think it's called. Mm-hmm. And I've seen a girl use it before, and you basically select your face in the picture, and it makes it look like your skin's like it honestly does a really good job. Like it makes your skin look plastic though. Yeah. Like it is wild, and you can tell when girls use it on Instagram. They use it so much it almost makes me feel bad. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've done photos for people too, and basically my line, and it sounds like me and you have the same line, where if I'm never gonna remove something from someone that's a part of them, but a zit that's gonna be gone in 2 days. Yeah, I don't think they want that on a permanent picture.
Yeah, exactly. You know, because it's not them, but like I'm never gonna take away a mole unless they get plastic surgery and like later on, and they like, oh, this is an old picture. Maybe I'll do that then, but like Anything that's part of who you are.
It's called a beauty spot. Moles are beauty spots.
Exactly.
Or beauty marks.
I got myself some nice moles, but right now they're hidden by my beard. But yeah, no problem with them.
Well, anyway, we had the biggest nor'easter in like, not I don't want to say in Philadelphia history. We got 16 inches of snow over the course of 2 days.
And I got none, which is wild to me.
Yeah. So it's almost April, and we have over a foot of snow outside. And that's why in the giveaway video, when I came up out of the snow, that took like 3 seconds to bury me, because I just laid down and my girlfriend and our little sister just kicked snow on top of me.
Is Alexa water resistant now?
Alexa was just assisting, filming the video.
Hey Alexa, how long do I have to stay down here if it's snowing at a rate of 2 inches per minute? Oh, you have to stay out there for 3 minutes. That's just what
Alexa's. You remember that story we talked about the other week with Alexa, dude? I think I have an Amazon Alexa back at school. People have seen it in the videos. Mm-hmm. I don't think I'm going to use it anymore. It creeps me out with the stories I've heard about it.
Because it is constantly recording you.
Yeah. It's not like, I don't want to say Siri because my phone's going to... Oh, my phone didn't go off. But it's not like that where it has a trigger word, but the reason why Alexa's so much quicker than Siri and Google is because it's literally always listening for that trigger word.
Mm-hmm.
Alexa's quick.
Which the other ones are always listening for it too, but not...
It's different.
It's not recording.
Right. Because I don't know have you seen an Alexa and used it, Grant?
Yeah.
It is quick, dude. It's almost right when you say it, it has the answer. It sounds like you're having a conversation with someone.
Yeah.
But okay, what do I want to talk to you about, Grant?
All right, what do you want to talk to me about? I have nothing going on this week, so.
Yeah, I know. You live in one of the coldest climates in North America. Like, literally, you do.
That's just where life took me, but...
I don't know... And I want to get into where we asked everyone where they're from last week.
Yeah, I have it pulled up in front of me right now.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, what blew my mind is that, when I'm graduating college in a year and I have to find a place to settle down, right? Make some little Chandlers once I graduate college in the future, right? So here's the thing. Why live in a cold area? I don't know. I guess there are some people who like the cold, but I can't stand the cold. Like, cannot stand the cold. Cannot stand it. I hate the cold. Yeah. It makes me feel sick. Here's the thing. I've lived in a cold climate for, my whole life, but I don't get why. I'm trying to find my point here, but what I'm saying is I always am curious as to why the warm climates of the world aren't overpopulated. Why do people live in New York, right? And what blew my mind is I was actually for fun searching houses with our parents, and it turns out, and I did already kind of know this, but a house of equivalent size in Florida to Philadelphia so a normal house in the Philadelphia area, right? Let's say it's $200,000. That's a nice small little home for $200,000 in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
For that $200,000 in Florida, you can get a house twice the size on twice the amount of land with not only a pool, but a pool that is screened in on 2 acres of land in a climate where there is no winter. So you don't have to pay a heating bill. I mean, you have to run AC for half the year, and it costs half price of everything up north. I am moving to Florida. No questions.
Yeah. Well, the thing you have to worry about is hurricanes and stuff like that. But at the end of the day,
Well, here's the thing. We were looking at the houses in Naples, Florida, and on the Gulf side, you hardly ever get hurricanes because they don't come up into the Gulf. It's very rare that... Yeah, true. The last hurricane that came up into the Gulf was Katrina, which obviously was awful. But wait, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. I'm just assuming that if it hit New Orleans, it had to come through the Gulf, right?
Yeah, I have no idea.
But you know what I'm saying? It's on the Gulf side of Florida?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know why we live here.
I know why we live here, because that's where, our parents and,
yeah.
our grandparents settled down and stuff like that. But at the end of the day... Yeah, I know what you mean. Got roots there. Philly, we trust the process, But... all I know is that once I am done up here, I don't know how long that'll be. I don't know if that'll be 2 days, hopefully not, or if that'll be 5 years. once I'm done up here, I am going to move down south, Virginia or lower.
I always you would think that in the nicer climates it would cost more, but it costs half the price. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Maybe it's because there's less job opportunities in certain places there, but I don't believe that's the case. Because usually house prices will reflect the average income of the area, which is why inside cities rent is so high, because you get paid more in cities. And
exactly. And when you're in Philadelphia, you can take a train to New York in about 3 hours. You can take a train to Washington, D.C. in about 4 hours. You're connected to the real world.
The real world, quote unquote.
Yeah. But I don't know. Let's get into where some of our viewers live.
Yeah.
Because we asked them last week, where are you guys from when you're listening to this podcast? And they hit us up.
All right.
We got one, Grant?
Yeah, we got, I got to not be a noob next time. Oh, it's on top comments. Going to go all the way down to the bottom.
Are we going to go through everyone lives? I don't know about that.
Not everyone, but we're just going to skim through. I feel like we should pay our dues to people who are first.
Oh, of course.
We got Luke Wallace saying London, England. That's wild.
Dude, shout out to Luke Wallace. The dude follows me on Twitter, hits me with DMs all the time.
Shout out to England. Memes. That's baller.
You know what really frustrates me about England, though? It costs me $25 to ship a deck of cards there. Why? It makes no sense.
I don't know. I feel like they're allies,
when a boat gets involved.
Aren't they? Unless they're just still ticked off and they're trying to give the T-tax to us or something like that.
They're that whole Revolutionary War thing, we're going to screw you on our tariff trading prices and trade.
They're still trying to make up for the
They
Boston
took that
Tea Party.
hard L in the Revolutionary War.
Oh, yeah. So next, just going through here, we got...
Hey, yo, Luke Wallace, how's it feel that England took that fat L when we rebelled from you guys, huh?
How's it feel? Personal.
Luke's my homie, dude. We follow each other on Twitter.
All right. Sounds good. Make it personal then. Luke, fat L there. What do they do in Fortnite? I forget, but that's one of the things. They go dan, dan, dan. They do an L.
Yo, for the next podcast, me and you should just stream Fortnite together.
We should.
But here's the thing. I'm so bad at Fortnite. Yeah. Once I get it on PC, I'm going to blow people's minds, dude. I'm a Team Fortress 2 savant, okay?
Yeah.
My aim on a PC is next level. But when I have to use that joystick to aim, dude, it may as well be Helen Keller playing.
Exactly.
In fact, Big T sent me the mobile invite to play on my phone.
Oh, yeah.
And I wreck on my phone, dude, because I can aim.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at aiming with joysticks because I played on PC or back in the day when we had the Wii and you had the pointer controls. Those were sick.
That's where we learned, man. But, yeah, dude, the Wii, Water Warfare. Anyway, that's a story for another time.
Nintendo Wii and the GameCube were the two best game systems of all time. That really isn't up for debate, in my opinion.
Dude, we should just dedicate a whole podcast to talking about Water Warfare. If any of you guys know what that game is, let us know.
No, how about this? When the new Smash Bros. Comes out for Nintendo Switch, I'm buying a Nintendo Switch. I am. Hopefully I can get one for under $200 when that day comes. And we will have to have some Let's Plays of me and you 1v1ing while just chatting it up.
Oh, yeah. Dude, that would
I don't know if Tyler wants the sauce, though.
No. Tyler, yeah. Tyler, he's got the juice every now and then. He's got some juice. But as we know, juice is temporary. Sauce is forever. We both have the sauce.
All right, dude. You go through these comments. I'm going to try to find the most obscure place someone's listening from.
All right. Well, we got Colorado with McKay Beckstead. Shout out to you with a nice Kahoot avatar. West Virginia. Yeah, I've been to West Virginia. From Blaine Butler, my man. He said, thanks for the prom advice. Not worried about rejection, just not knowing what to do. But now I know it doesn't matter as long as we're having fun. That's it. Have fun. Even if you got to do card tricks at the table and everyone just has fun, doesn't have to go dancing. Whatever you do. Even if you go in the middle of the floor and do some very timely memes and do some Fortnite dance moves on the middle of the dance floor, everyone will love you. Maybe not when Fortnite memes are probably going to die in the next 2 weeks. So if your problem's the next 2 weeks, you're good. But other than that,
dude, what I love about this podcast channel is I get a personal connection with people who are fans of Rise Magic. And if you're fans of Rise Magic, you're a friend, not our fan, right? We're friends with you. That's why we say follow us on Twitter, send us memes. But I was reading one of these comments from Hillbilly Summers, and he said, I'm listening from my family farm, right smack dab in the middle of nowhere, West Virginia. That just blows my mind that Hillbilly Summers is on a farm listening to our podcast, dude. Shout out to Hillbilly Summers.
Yeah. All right. Okay. I saw someone say he's from Sakartvelo, aka Georgia, which I've never heard of Georgia being called Sakartvelo. But dude, shout out to Georgia. I got some real homies living down in Georgia, so.
I see Jeff Butler and Anton Cradell said they both live in Toronto, Canada. By the way, I don't know if people know this.
Big shout to Canada.
Our mom, Grant and I's mother, has a green card. She is a Canadian citizen.
Yep. So when everything
United
goes
States
to crap
could deport
here,
her at any point in time, and I would lose my mom. They could deport her and be like, yo, but since I was born in America, I'm an American citizen.
Yeah.
Through and through. Shout out to Luke Wells once again, dude. You know what? England took that fat L. Luke's gonna unsubscribe.
No, we love you, Luke. Come on. No, but I don't know. It's nice that our mom still has her green card and Canadian citizenship, because let's say if Putin just declares nuclear war, or whoever declares nuclear war on United States.
You gotta be careful, dude. People in Russia listen. They could get some inside information.
I mean, yeah, they'll know that like Rise Magic.
So you gotta aim for where Rise Magic is.
Yeah.
My gosh.
Aim for I was about to say like just a random city, but any city that I may say that'd be offensive, because it mean that they're less important than us. So aim for Maryland. I'm trying to make a joke at a certain person's expenses, but it's not going to work because I can't name their name. But anyway, Maryland's sick though.
All right, I got some comments I want to shout out here.
Already, go for it.
Dr. Uja Mizra says, listen to the full episode on SoundCloud. It's amazing.
Hey.
Dude, I didn't think anyone listened on SoundCloud, to be honest.
No,
so
we do get, we routinely get around 30, 40 views on SoundCloud.
What about iTunes? Is there any way to tell about that?
I believe iTunes adds into the SoundCloud view count.
Oh, that's sick. That's sick.
Yeah.
I'm sick.
You are.
But yo, here's a topic we can talk about for a second. Furtive Genius said, how does one know what kind of criticism to listen to? Because, last week we talked about how you should only listen to criticism from people who are close to you. And he said, I mean, to pay attention to positive criticism, we would ultimately need to care what people say.
Yeah. I mean, one of my pet peeves about a lot of things that people say is like, people going like, oh, I don't care what anyone says. And
I mean, that's what he's talking about what we said last week, and you did say you have to not care what anyone says.
Yeah, and I guess I might not have done a good job clarifying that, but like, not care as in like not have like bearing on what you do. You're always in any case going to take what other people are saying and doing about you, and ideally use it to take it into account based on what you're going to be doing. But you're not going to let that be the defining factor. You're going to let whatever you want be the defining factor. But you'd be an idiot if you didn't like at least take what other people think of you into consideration. Because if I was all about just sitting here and like, if I thought the coolest thing to do was just walk around hitting my head with my phone, and I thought that was like, yo, that's sick. And everyone was just like looking at me weird, and no one would talk to me because of that. I'd probably be smart to reconsider doing that, or just like in the privacy of my own home, But at the end of the day,
it reminds me of a quote that I heard one time, and I'm not saying it right now. I don't know who said it, but it's like, when you're going to make a decision, you go and get everyone's opinion who will listen. You go and ask everyone what they would do in your shoes, and at the very end, you do exactly what you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you get everyone's advice, then do whatever you want to do. But you can factor in people's decision making with how much, play they have in your life.
Yeah. And at the same time, like, I would say the best point in doing that exercise wouldn't be to like just copy what someone wants to do, but to hear different views and stuff that you might not have even thought of. So exactly. Like, I know there was a point in time where I made a status on Facebook. That might have been really loud there. I apologize. I accidentally squeaked something. But I made a status on Facebook talking about how I was going to go doing jumping workouts. But it came across to some people that I was talking about. Some people thought I was talking about just going in like, oh, I'm going to go jump, as if in like jumping off a bridge or something like that. And a lot of people were very concerned about me, and it made me feel nice that people cared about my life. But that wasn't.
Meanwhile, you're just trying to do polymetrics and get a higher.
Meanwhile, vertical. I'm just trying to bang on someone. But
True.
But like if I had talked, and this is a very minor situation, but like if I had talked through that status to a few other people, which is what you do in a corporate setting when you're doing social media, you want to hear other people's opinions, not so much that you can go and copy theirs, but you hear how other people might react to that. And it'll oftentimes bring up things that you didn't even know of in the first place that might affect your decision, that like different factors. Because if I knew that like a few people would think that that status is me saying like, yo, I'm out of here, I probably wouldn't have posted it. Not that I didn't care what other people think, but it brought up something else that I can bring into my decision-making process that I wouldn't have known otherwise. If that makes sense.
All right, let's do some quick shout-outs really quick before we move on.
Sounds good.
Toshis Azad said, Bayshore, New York. And here's the thing. Remember how we talked about prom last week? He said, if you search my name on the internet right now, you will probably find my promposal article on a newspaper right now. I was me doing a magic trick during our school pep rally. Dude, that's sick.
All right. I'm doing this right
now. He's got brass. Wait, do you see what comment I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Are you actually
Promposal at Bayshore Homecoming is in the cards by Ursula Moore.
Wait, really? You found it?
Yeah. First thing that came up.
I don't know how to say his name, but Tushiz Azad? How do you think you say it?
I follow the dude on... but yeah, there's a picture and everything, my dudes. It says Bayshore High School Junior, Tushiz Azad, 16, asks Bryn. I'm not going to say her last name, even though anyone can find it. To the junior prom with the card trick at the homecoming pep rally.
Dude,
we got a couple pictures.
What a guy.
He didn't court her, he carded her.
That is awesome, dude.
I'm not sure about that. I'm not going to critique her writing, though. But yeah, dude, that's sick. First thing that came up. Dope. Gotta teach me about SEO,
All right, so Anna Rude. I'm so bad at pronouncing foreign names. I probably sound like the most stereotypical American.
Can I
but he said,
interject for just a second? I just want to say to everyone, like, what I've been doing with the comments on this podcast channel is that I haven't been responding them till after we record them, so that we can go through and like respond to them in the podcast, and I'll go and respond to them with the podcast.
Well, yeah, that's what
channel.
I figured. I mean, we're gonna reply to your comments in the video rather than
So, in case anyone has been wondering why I've not been responding until like the day before the new podcast goes live, that's why. Usually, when the video is exporting, I just go through and respond to them while I'm waiting. But yeah, just wanted to make that clear.
Anirudh the Magician says, Charged Up Appreciation Squad. Greetings and salutations. Thanks a ton for the shout out. It was awesome to see you guys read my comment. It's mind blowing how rapidly your guys' subscriber is increasing. 100K is not too far away. How about talking about the difference between sleight of hand magic and gimmick magic in your next podcast? By the way, the new Asus ZenBook Pro is fire from India. That's so awesome that someone's watching in India.
Yeah. Shout out to India.
I'm going to update the viewers on my laptop situation. Grant, how are we doing on time here?
We're 5 minutes away from the 30-minute mark.
Okay. I'm going to update the viewers on my laptop situation. So, like you guys saw, I actually returned the MacBook Pro. And, I don't know if Best Buy's listening. But here's the thing. I had full intentions of keeping that Mac. I didn't know that it was going to be a bad Apple. Pun intended.
Yeah.
So, I had full intentions of keeping it. But just because of Best Buy's return policy, I basically rented a MacBook Pro for free for about, I think, 33 days.
Not bad.
Which is pretty awesome. So I got the new Asus, and the Asus is 10 times better. But I actually am thinking I'm going to return the Asus and get a Razer Blade 14-inch laptop. And this is why. And I feel so bad about the Asus is incredible. It's an incredible machine. But you might even be able to hear it right now in the podcast microphone because it's that loud of a computer. So the problem is that its fans turn on so quickly. All I have open on my computer right now is the Discord that I'm talking with Grant on right now. And my laptop sounds like a jet plane. Like, it is so loud. And that wouldn't really be a problem with me, but since I'm a student and I have to bring my laptop into class, I already know I'm going to be getting looks because I don't think you guys understand how loud this computer is.
Yeah.
And in fact, I actually looked it up, and Asus even said, like, oh, those are bad models. We sent out a new batch of Asus ZenBook Pros that are quieter. And I'm like, dude, how do I make sure I got the right one? Because they didn't even send the right model number. Yeah. I mean, what I mean is they didn't change the model number, so there's literally no way for you to tell if you have the loud one or the quiet one. you just have to keep exchanging it until you get the quiet one. So I might do that. I might get the Razor Blade because right now I have one that even Asus says that's not how it's supposed to sound, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know. Have you tried to maybe just email Asus support and see what they like? Maybe you can send it to them and they'll send you a quiet one. Some
I don't
companies
know, man.
will do
That might require some work on my end.
Yeah. I don't know.
But anyway, I don't want to get too far into the gimmicks or just sleight of hand magic, just because that's a huge topic. But what I'd say, and Grant, you can chime in here, is that I like to learn and stick to sleight of hand because that way there's so much sleight of hand magic out there, and almost any gimmick trick you can replicate in a sense. There are obviously that's why gimmicks
exist, slightly less. You can replicate any gimmick trick usually with the slightly less quote unquote impressive turnout. Right. I would say the difference between sleight of hand magic is sleight of hand is more useful. Like you can do it with pretty much anything. You can do it at any point in time. Gimmicked magic is for, I would personally use gimmicked magic like if we're going out and filming a video and we really want something special in there, and we're going to specifically be doing that trick that day. And so it has its time and place. Like if you're doing stage magic, pretty much everything is going to involve some type of gimmick. Right. But yeah, I'd say one is more.
I love the type of magic where if I'm at a party and someone else do magic and I'm like, yo guys, I didn't bring a deck of cards. They can go find a pack of bicycles that the guys use that they all use to go play Go Fish, and I can do magic with it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Oh, yo, one last comment shout out, obviously, to the Patrick Wheel Show. You know, he's just a loyal fan, and always got to give a shout out to him.
Texas as well. Yeah.
Oh, and something quick that I think I was going to talk to you about, Grant, where podcasting is something I feel like is a skill that you get better at over time. So Patrick actually asked, are you guys ever going to have guests on? I would say yes, of course. But before we have guests on, I want to get better at it and being a host, and have more of a defined show and segments. And honestly, I think everyone knows that, we have 30,000 subscribers on our normal channel, and if we really push people to subscribe to this channel, I'm sure we could get some subs on here. But I'm actually kind of purposefully not sending them over here yet because I kind of want to get better at it. You know what I mean? And our loyal viewers who are over here already, they can help us get better at it and help us make a better show. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking about doing when it comes to guests. Oh, speaking of guests, we actually got a message on Instagram from our homie named Dean, and he was like, dude, where's Big T been?
Yeah. And that dude, he's just living.
Yeah, Tyler's in the climax of his senior year, getting ready to choose what college he goes to. And we think the podcast is obviously there with Tyler. But for instance, I'm home right now in Philadelphia. Tyler's coming over to hang out tomorrow. We're just going to hang out. And we might be able to record a podcast, but at the same time, it's the only time I'll see Tyler for the next 3 months, right?
Yeah.
So it's do I want to waste is the wrong word, but when I do a podcast, there's other people in our family. You don't want to steal Tyler away for an hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll see if we can get one going on.
You just want to make sure your priorities are right. So you don't want to just prioritize that when it really should, in terms of this situation, come after family time, and if
right. You gotta try to live in the real world.
Go for it. But if not, it's not a huge deal. We'll get him back again soon.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I don't know. Do you want to jump into something else?
I just dropped all my cards on the floor, so yes.
Wonderful, dude. Great job.
Yo, Grant, we need to make really cheesy intro segments for these. I want to make really cheesy intro segments for these topics. So it's meme of the week, and it'll cut to some cutaway of me and you on our phones, cheesily laughing at something, and be ah ha 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 ha. Let's share this. You know what I mean?
I need to do that at some point. It's just I need to just go out and make those at some point in the week, because right now.
Well, we kind of need to make them more together, so we could combo them somehow. We can come up with something. All right, dude. You got any memes, or you want me to hit you with it first?
Oh, hit me with it first.
All right, dude. Let me hop into the bookmarks feature on Twitter, the new best feature in the whole world.
Yeah, I'm hopping into my bookmarks. I know I saved something in there, but I don't remember what it was.
Shoot, I thought I had 2 memes.
All right, I know what mine is, so I'll go first if you want.
No, I have one. It says, When your parents ask you about your report card and you act like you had no idea those were your grades, and it is the best basketball player of all time, LeBron James, saying what? You can just put it up on screen, dude. If you're listening on SoundCloud, you got to go check out this meme in the description. Fantastic meme. Great quality. I'd get rated 9 out of 10.
And if you don't feel like going, it's just a video of LeBron. Like, you can't hear him, but you can see him very evidently saying, wow. Wow.
Like you have to pretend like you're surprised. Like, I had really no idea I had a D in Creative Science 102.
Yeah, and he's like talking to a ref, and so the ref I'm assuming the ref was like, yeah, you did this and this, and LeBron's like, what? Wow, what?
Something I like would that. Never.
Yeah. So, dude, basketball is so great for memes. Like NBA Twitter is fantastic. This is
NBA players are very reactionary.
Yeah. But like the whole thing with Colin Cowherd and wearing a 76ers jersey, because he said the 76ers wouldn't win 40 games, but they won their 40th game the other day.
They just won their 41st tonight.
Yeah, true.
Blew out the Magic. Shout out to anyone who lives in Florida. Your Magic just got waxed by our Sixers.
Yeah.
For like the 15th time this year.
Who was, I believe it was Tushas who said he was a New York Knicks fan. Sorry, man.
Yeah. Deepest condolences that you're a New York Knicks fan.
Very true. You had Melo for a bit, but you lost him.
Love Melo.
So my meme for this week is the My Organs Win meme. And so I've seen a couple different variations of this.
My organs.
Yes. So this one is a tweet. It says, "My organs watching me repeatedly drink iced coffee as a meal replacement." And it's like a cat like crying. And then there's another one where it's where it's like, "My organs when I like take a sip of water or eat one berry." It's like, wow. Wow. And it's like this video of this guy just been like, wow. I had a lot of different things, and yeah. True, in some ways, that's something that Chandler can't relate to, but his organs are overstimulated with the good stuff.
So my second meme, it's not really a meme, dude. It's just something I want to learn.
Oh, we got a bonus meme?
I don't know if you've seen this before, Grant, because it's kind of old, but it is bookmarked on my Twitter. The tweet is captioned, "L showing me his new party trick." Now, I don't know if you remember this, Grant, but you're definitely going to have to put it up on screen and link it. Basically, this guy's walking down like a thin college hallway, jumps up into the air, and puts his feet on one of the walls and his body on the other side of the walls and like jams himself into the wall. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
I'm going to send it to you right now so you can see it on the podcast.
All right. You'll see my live reaction to this.
It's so cool. It's a party trick that I have to learn how to do this, especially since we're tall. I feel like we could learn it very easily. But I feel like you could mess it up.
Rise. All right, we got the message here.
And it's something I could teach on the channel. But what if someone gets injured doing it?
We got loading. Oh, I have not seen that before, but
isn't that crazy? He jumps up and jams his body into the wall. It doesn't look that hard either.
No, because you do that. I've done that type of stuff before, but like not just jumping, where you just kind of like
I know you can prop yourself. It's just the motion of it is so smooth and suave. It's just like, man, if I threw that down in a party,
I feel like me and you would hit our head on the ceiling before that happened, though. Unless we did it on the way down.
I think that would be a great Rise Magic tutorial. How to jam yourself on a wall. You know what I was thinking?
Just like that.
We should upload the how to wash your hands tutorial as its own video on April Fool's Day.
Yeah. Dude, we gotta do something cool for April Fool's Day.
I was thinking I could make a blooper reel, but the thing is we post Monday and Thursday on the main channel, and April Fool's is on a Sunday or a Tuesday. I can't remember. No, I think it's on a Friday. I looked it up already.
It's on one of the. We got a 1 in 7 chance of being correct here.
It's a Sunday. I just looked.
All right, sounds good.
So I could post it the next day, but just a blooper reel of us messing up a ton.
Yeah,
I think that could be funny.
We got a ton of that.
We definitely have a ton of that.
Yeah, we can even make it like nice and feel good with like talking about like, yeah, this is the type of stuff that you don't see. We're all human.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
What I kind of want to do, because this is a kind of a personal story, but when I go to the gym, I usually like to go at like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, where no one's going to be there here now. I'm going to go after this, which is going to be around 10 o'clock.
Late boy.
Yeah, I just throw on the headphones, throw on some music, and I just like sit there and just sing while I'm just throwing down the bench. Yeah, just having some good time singing along with some
That's enviable. Yo, guys, get Guys, everyone listening to the podcast, you know what you need to comment this week? You know how we ask you guys to comment something every week? This is what the comment is this week. I love Grant. He's my brother, and I do not want him to die. Okay? So, what Grant does is he goes in and works out and lifts heavy weight alone in the middle of nowhere in a gym all by himself at 10 p.m., which is fine. But we need to remind Grant. What we need to write in the comments is, Grant, keep it at a 9. Because if Grant goes 10 out of 10 on his own, one of the biggest rules about lifting weights is you don't do it alone. And I understand that Grant's got to get swole, but it's kind of dangerous to lift alone. So you got to comment below, Grant, keep it at a 9. We want Rise Magic to continue. Because if Grant drops a weight on his trachea and dies, then I probably won't continue the YouTube channel because I'd just be weird. So comment down below, Grant, keep it at a 9.
I will say that the Bear's not going to keep it at a 9. Okay.
The Bear will not keep it at a 9. Okay.
But I got to keep it at a 9 to help out the Bear.
So for someone who doesn't know that joke, you're saying that you need to work out at a 10 out of 10 and risk your life. Because if you happen to have to fight a grizzly bear in the Adirondack Mountains, the bear is not going to take it easy on you.
Yeah, he's not. But I will say, like, I want to get to the point where you got to help out the bear, you know? It'd be unfair. It'd be an unfair fight. So in order to keep it a fair fight, I will be keeping it at a 9.
So Rise podcast viewers, if you want Grant to not die, please comment below and tell him to please remember, do not bench press alone. There are chest press machines. You don't have to risk your life and limb just for a few pounds of muscle. Even though when I say that out loud, it kind of does seem contrary to the belief.
But no, don't worry. I always do keep it at a 9. Like, I always quit like whenever I feel like I only have one or two reps left.
Yeah, because the most dangerous thing is bench press. Everything else you should be okay with. Bench
press, I mainly do for the like the stability and like the other stuff that you don't get from the print. Like, I never go full out on the bench press.
Yeah, bench press is good for stability.
Yeah, like
dude, you can get an absolutely ripped chest from push-ups, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Like, if you do slow push-ups and do like 200 a day, you'll have a jacked chest.
Yeah. No, but when I've worked out with people before, and that's when I really go hard.
Right.
But I've done bench press with a friend from here, and like we both take off, and I can easily do like 45s on each side, maybe like 5 to 10 pounds. We've done more. Those of you who are more jacked than me, I know it's soft. I'm working up there. I got long arms.
He does have long arms. Physics, when you break into physics, it is harder for him to lift weights than you because he is 7 feet tall.
But I will still lift heavier weights from you eventually. Eventually. No, but
Grant, wait, I was gonna say we don't. You know those memes where not memes. I call everything on Twitter a meme, but you've seen those videos of people messing up in the weight room that go viral on Twitter.
You cut out there for a second. What'd you say?
We don't want you to be one of those memes that ends up on Twitter of people messing up in the weight room.
Yeah, I mean, there's no one going to film me there for myself.
No, there's security camera footage. Anyway, yeah.
Oh, yeah, there is, true. Like, to start off a video, I want to just kind of like have the camera in the corner and just like it be like no audio, nothing, just me like throwing down the bench press, like singing some Queen, like, and then like I finish up and then just cuts into the song where where I finish like singing at, and just like kind of just like straight up embarrass myself for good fun. I don't know if I'll do that.
You know what? Let me say this before we get into the motivational segment. I watched Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for the first time the other day, just with the fam, right?
Yeah, I need to watch that.
And as someone who edits videos, since I'm self-taught and we just do YouTube videos, and I love to edit things like silly and funny with music and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you're like, man, I could never be someone who makes a movie because, there's just so much that goes into it. Then you watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and not in a bad way, but the director of that movie just had fun. Have you seen it?
I have not seen it.
He just took like songs that everyone loves and made like this music montage. Just the whole movie's music montage of like epic scenes, and it looks like a fan made it, which is what's so cool about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just a segue. All right, you got a quote for me? Inspire me before I go to bed tonight.
Gosh, I do have a quote. My quote is, it's from a great movie, Hoodwinked.
Oh my gosh, Hoodwink's the best movie of all time.
It's a fantastic movie.
Hoodwinked is such a good. Is it the goat that says "Be prepared"?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Be prepared.
Be prepared. Be prepared. Be prepared.
Because I was not this week, and I just
you were not prepared this week.
No, I wasn't. So that's my quote. Be prepared.
Why weren't you prepared?
I just.
Oh, you're telling me you weren't prepared for a quote.
Yeah.
That's meta.
So I chose that quote to remind myself for next week to find a baller quote. But either way,
Hoodwinked
gotta think
is
of my feet.
If you have seen Hoodwinked, I want to know in the comments because that is one of my favorite movies, dude.
It's such a good movie, and the sequel was nearly just as good.
Yeah, the sequel was a direct-to-DVD release, but it was still pretty good.
Yeah. So Hoodwinked, 10 out of 10. Rivals Cars for one of the best movies that has ever been created.
You're just gonna keep going with the Cars stuff, aren't you?
Of course. You can't quit
now. All right,
now.
yo. Here's my quote. Let me look at my bookmarks. All right. Just to let you know, for my quotes, there's a 95% chance that it's going to be C.S. Lewis. So we got a nice little C.S. Lewis quote that just very simple, could be corny, but you got to take it to heart. It says, "For broken dreams, the cure is to dream again and deeper," by the homie C.S. Lewis. So yeah, man, just goes on with that theme. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. That's how winning's done.
Shout out Rocky, Philly.
I was on my personal Facebook page. I noticed, because you know how you used to be able to have a quote about yourself on Facebook? Mm-hmm. That's still my Facebook quote. I got to remove that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it was like in 2011. I was like,
all right.
That's how winning's done.
Live on the podcast. I'm going to go see what mine is.
Live on the podcast. Wrap it up. Chris, you're gonna have people friend requesting you.
It says that I pronounced my name Grant Henry. I never did that, but it says that.
Dude, did you hear about how Facebook is selling people's oh man, we can't get into this now, but that whole news story that came out about how Facebook is selling everyone's personal information to the highest bidder, and they got caught doing it. When I heard that, I was like, well, duh. What's inaccurate?
They're not. At least not that, unless you've heard a different thing.
Well, I'm exaggerating when I say to the highest bidder, but they sold your location information and everyone to advertisers.
Really? Is this that Cambridge Analytica story?
It's recent. I'm not entirely educated on it.
Gotcha.
But it does
a story about a election campaign crew. They made fake apps and like those stupid little things where it's like, oh, guess your age, and you sign into Facebook and it will take your profile picture and say oh, you look like you're 19 when the person's evidently 55. Oh, that's what my age is in my heart, and stuff like that.
What I was gonna say,
but these companies would take those things and use these stupid little apps to gain access to people's Facebooks, take all their information in there, and by getting access to theirs, they can see all the information that their friends only have available to friends, make data logs on them, and then use that to for political polling and stuff like that. And it's wild, but
I don't know, man. It still creeps me out when I when I was talking about getting the Razer Blade instead of the Asus. I Google searched I looked up Razer Blades on my computer, searching, see how much they cost. Yeah. And by the way, the Razer Blade's a computer, not a male grooming technique. And then I'm scrolling through Instagram, and all I see in my suggested ads on my personal Instagram are ads for Razers, Razer gaming computers.
I have an amazing story for this.
What? How much time do we have left?
We have 10 minutes.
Okay, perfect.
We have the other day, I was scrolling through Pigcake's channel just to take a look at it, the dude's bro.
Yeah.
And so I just was looking through his videos, watched a couple of them. And I was like, yo, he's wearing this fire pig shirt. I want to take a look at it. So I clicked on his link, went to his merch store, looked through the type of stuff that he had. It's oh, nice. These are great designs. Cool. I exited out. Day goes by, pull out my phone, go onto Instagram. An ad pops up for Teespring with Pigcake's merch in it.
Really?
On my personal Instagram. Yes.
That's wild, dude.
So I'm I know that all these platforms work together to define users and stuff like that, because I must have had, maybe I went through Facebook or something like that. I don't know, or they use Google's, whatever it is. But yeah, that was wild.
Dang, dude. Well, that was pretty inspirational.
Yeah. So # delete Facebook.
Dude, Not only
Facebook.
No one uses Facebook anymore. Everyone's going to
True.
quit Instagram eventually because Instagram's just turning into ads only, and it's not in chronological.
Instagram is turning into Facebook.
Yeah, Instagram is getting awful, dude.
Have you clicked on a video in the Explore page recently?
Oh, it's awful.
Where like it just autoplays the videos like it does on Facebook now?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's turning into Facebook. It's wild.
I don't get why they don't realize that all people want is a chronological feed.
Yeah.
That's all I care. Like, it's awful. But anyway, we already complained about Instagram on this podcast before, so.
That's true.
Well, peace out. And guys, real quick, today we posted our 30,000 subscribers giveaway. If you have not entered, go ahead and enter. But honestly, in order to enter, you have to go watch our episodes of Rise Again. If you're subscribed to this podcast and listening this deep into the podcast, I have a strong feeling you've seen those episodes. But anyway, go ahead and enter because that way you already know your favorite parts. Help support the channel as we make the quest to 100,000 subscribers on the main Rise Magic channel and 4 million on this channel.
Exactly. 100,000 subscribers is pretty much where we're going to plateau on Rise Magic. This channel, though.
10 million.
10 million.
Get Rise Podcast to 10 million.
Going to rival PewDiePie.
All right, guys. Peace out. We'll see you next week.
All right. My eyes are tearing up because it is yawn, but we'll see you guys next week. Monday tutorial, Thursday Rise Again, and then back here, as you all know. Peace out, Girl Scouts and Boy Scouts.